Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if those twinkling stars might someday be replaced by blinking satellites? For thousands of years, humans looked up and saw mostly darkness, dotted with stars and planets. But today, something new is appearing above us. Starlink was only the beginning. Imagine tens of thousands of satellites orbiting our planet, connecting the world, but slowly crowding our skies. Today we explore how the next generation of satellite megaconstellations will change our internet, our cities, and even the way we see space itself. Asterisk, a satellite megaconstellation is a huge network of satellites, often hundreds or even thousands, working together in low Earth orbit. Instead of relying on a few large satellites far away, these systems use many small satellites flying closer to Earth. This allows faster internet speeds and lower delay. Starlink, launched by SpaceX, is the most famous example, with thousands of satellites already in orbit. But Starlink is no longer alone. OneWeb, based in the UK and Europe, is building its own global network. Amazon's Project Kuiper launched its first batches in 2025 and plans many more. China is developing massive systems like Guowang and Kaimphan, aiming for tens of thousands of satellites. Even Russia is preparing new satellite networks. Asterisk. So we are not talking about a few objects in space anymore. We are talking about tens of thousands of machines circling Earth every single day. To understand how fast this is happening, consider recent events. In early 2026, Starlink began lowering the orbits of many of its satellites. This move was made to improve safety and reduce long-term space debris after a technical issue created dangerous fragments in orbit. Around the same time, SpaceX adjusted the paths of thousands of satellites to avoid possible collisions with other spacecraft. These are not rare events. They are becoming part of daily satellite operations. Asterisk. Think about that for a moment. Above your head, satellites are constantly moving, adjusting, and avoiding each other, like cars navigating a busy highway in the sky. But why does this matter to people on the ground? Because satellite megaconstellations promise something powerful: global internet access. Nearly half the world still lacks reliable internet. In rural areas, mountains, deserts, and small islands, building cables is difficult or impossible. Satellite internet can reach these places instantly. This means students can attend online classes, doctors can offer remote medical help, and small businesses can reach global markets. Asterisk, imagine a student in a remote village joining a live virtual classroom without buffering, delays, or dropped connections. The same experience as someone in a major city. That is the promise of megaconstellations. These systems also matter during emergencies. When earthquakes, floods, or wars destroy ground networks, satellites can restore communication within minutes. Governments, airlines, ships, and scientific researchers all depend on satellite connections. In many ways, our modern world already relies on space, and that reliance is growing every year. Asterisk. But this rapid expansion comes with serious costs. One of the biggest dangers is orbital debris, also known as space junk. Old satellites, broken parts, and even tiny fragments now orbit Earth at incredible speeds. A single collision can create thousands of new pieces of debris. This can lead to a chain reaction called the Kessler syndrome, where one crash causes many more, making certain orbits unusable for decades. Asterisk if that happens. Launching new satellites or sending astronauts into space could become extremely dangerous. Megaconstellations also affect astronomy. Many satellites reflect sunlight, creating bright streaks across telescope images. Radio signals from satellites can interfere with radio telescopes, making it harder to study distant galaxies, black holes, and the origins of the universe. Astronomers warn that the night sky, something humans have shared for all of history, is quietly changing. Asterisk, look up tonight. That sky may not look the same to future generations. Another major challenge is regulation. Space laws were written decades ago, when only a few countries owned satellites, and launches were rare. Today, private companies launch rockets every week. Tens of thousands of satellites share limited orbital space and radio frequencies. This creates conflicts, interference, and safety risks. Asterisk, who decides who can launch? Who is responsible if satellites collide? And who cleans up the mess? International organizations like the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs and the International Telecommunication Union are trying to create guidelines. Some countries require satellites to deorbit after their mission ends. Others demand collision avoidance systems. But enforcement is slow, and space has no global police. Asterisk in many ways. Space today feels like the Wild West, crowded, valuable, and only partially governed. Fortunately, solutions are beginning to emerge. Scientists and startups are developing technologies to remove debris from orbit. Some designs use nets or robotic arms. Others plan to push debris into Earth's atmosphere where it safely burns up. Engineers are also designing satellites that are darker, less reflective, and easier to deorbit at the end of their lives. Asterisk. There's also growing pressure for better space traffic management, a system similar to air traffic control, but for orbit. Clear rules, shared data, and international cooperation could keep space usable for science, communication, and exploration. This matters deeply because future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond must pass safely through Earth's orbit. Asterisk, we now stand at a crossroads. Satellite megaconstellations could connect every human being on Earth, bringing education, opportunity, and communication to billions. But if we move too fast without responsibility, we risk filling orbit with debris and permanently damaging our access to space. Asterisk, the night sky we know is changing. The internet revolution is no longer just underground or in cables. It is happening above us, circling our planet at thousands of kilometers per hour. Starlink was only the beginning. The next generation of satellite megaconstellations will shape how we live, learn, and explore the universe. Asterisk, the real question is not whether this future will arrive. It already is. The question is whether we can balance innovation with responsibility, progress with protection, and connection with care. Asterisk, what do you think? Should humanity launch satellites faster than it solves the problems they create? Or should we slow down and protect the shared space above us? The decisions we make today will shape the future of space and the sky itself for generations to come. Asterisk. Make sure to like it. It really helps the channel reach more people. Subscribe for more deep dives into space, science, and the future of technology. And turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Share this video with someone who loves space or technology. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep looking up because the future isn't just ahead of us. It's above us.